If I'm talking to somebody, I'm saying, why don't you get in business? I'm saying, okay, Aaron, why don't you get in business so you can lower your taxes and get that cash flow. Then, by telling people that on how to lower their taxes, you're going to build a business on that. So I want her to teach a strategy, not sell a product. There's a big difference on those two things, isn't it? The two people that I'm going to recruit are going to be different, aren't they? Okay? As a matter of fact, some people aren't going to even look at them as good salespeople, but they're going to have big checks. Okay? Because it's the strategy, not super sales. Does that make sense? Okay? All right. So now we got some cash. We got the money from the taxes. We got the money from the business. Now, we got people in myEcon that's getting cash from this business anywhere from $50 a month to $500,000 a month. But let's just be conservative, okay? That's just my nature. What if we only had $600 a month? $300 from taxes and $300 from the business. What could we really do with that, you know? Because somebody look at that and say, yeah, but what y'all going to really do with that? Well, we're going to take that and knock out the debt. Now, if most people in America got rid of their debt, wouldn't that give them another $500 to $1,000 a month? Now we got $300 from taxes, $300 from the business, and $1,000 from debt. Now we got $1,600, right? Now we're going to start investing. We're going to work the money instead of us being worked. That's the key to being wealthy in America. That's capitalism. That's the business that we're in. That's what we teach. Because, see, think about it. If you go all the way back in your life, and you say, now, who taught me about money? And how much money did they have? You know? I grew up in a small town in South Georgia, farm community. Ain't nobody I knew had any money. Now, they taught me how to work. Okay, my daddy taught me how to work. And my daddy was big on education because my grandmother was a teacher. And so we knew, so they raised us two things. You work and you go to school to get a good education. So I did that. I got to Georgia Tech on Greyhound and broke, and I left Georgia Tech on Greyhound and broke. I had a really good education, and I worked really hard, okay? And I played football and made a lot of folk over there a lot of money, but I didn't have any of it. So I went out to Seattle. And then I started hanging out with some guys that had a lot of money. I said, well, I think I'm going to do what they do. Because I wanted some money. So I had to go and seek out education on how to create wealth, didn't I? Because if you think about it, most of the financial education you got, didn't it really come from somebody who didn't have any money? Right. Didn't it really come from somebody who just worked every day and worked a job and got a check? And if they really couldn't even do their own taxes, let alone somebody else's, and they really couldn't tell you how to lower your taxes, or they really couldn't tell you how to invest money and get even a 8 or 10 or 12% rate of return on the money. So really, without being disrespectful to them at all, you know, because I love my dad, I love my parents, I love what they taught me, but I wanted to be rich.